right. So I'm gonna actually start off with Mo with this one. Phillip Rivers just retired. Mo, is Phillip Rivers a Hall of Famer?
Yes, I believe Phil Rivers is a Hall of Famer. And
Okay.
I'm gonna explain why. Because we have to look at it. It's people at multiple. I understand we put a lot of pressure on the quarterback position, and
Mhm.
justifiably so.
Okay.
But if you look at his career, it's a lot of people that have gotten to the Hall of Fame without winning the Super Bowl or not even getting to a Super Bowl. But if you look at him, he's top five all time in touchdown passes, in yards, I believe in completions. How are you not a Hall of Famer if you're not top five in those categories as a quarterback? You know what I'm saying? Like, has he has had some type of wealth of talent around him, you know what I'm saying? But at the same notion, I feel like he's been there. For what was asked of him and the pressure he was under, I feel like he showed up. You know what I'm saying? Did he get to the Super Bowl? No, he went to one AFC championship game, you know what I'm saying? But I think he had a Hall of Fame career. If you're top five in all those categories as a quarterback, and we're talking about all time. We're talking about, we know some of the greats that played this game. And for him to be top five in yards and touchdowns, I think that's crazy. And then the crazy part is he has the most touchdown passes, I believe, all time of anybody who's not made the Super Bowl. So, at 421. So I definitely think he's a Hall of Fame in my eyes.
Okay, Joe, what do you think? Is Phillip Rivers a Hall of Famer?
I think he will get voted in, but if I had the ability to vote, I would not vote for Philip Rivers. Um, like Mo said, he's top five stats of all time, but it's an era thing. This era of football is so offensive oriented that all the old greats are being pushed out of it. If you look at the quarterbacks in his own era, at best, in his best years, he was like a borderline top five quarterback because he's not better than Manning, Brady, Breeze, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, um, Ben Roethlisberger. Like he was right around Ben Roethlisberger, but Roethlisberger has had the team accolades, two Super Bowls. He'll definitely make it. But Philip Rivers never had the team accolades to push him over. He was never Offensive Player of the Year. He never got any MVP votes. He never had the team success to be a tiebreaker, and he was very good for a long time, but I don't think he was a game changer. So I wouldn't put him in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, Craig, what do you think?
I'll put him in the Hall of Fame. It's hard to compare eras, I guess, because like Joe said, this era is more offensive oriented. So when you look at a guy like Dan Marino, for example, he has his touchdowns is higher than Dan Marino's. His total yards is higher than Dan Marino's. His QBR is higher than Dan Marino's. Um, uh, what else? His completion percentage is higher than Dan Marino's. But at the same time, you have to look at like Dan Marino played in this era from '83 to '99, and Phillip Rivers played in the era from 2004 to 2020. So there's two different eras. Just looking at it, like if you just look at the stats and look at the numbers, and you could see his numbers compared to Dan Marino's, you probably say, "Oh yeah, Dan Marino's in, Phillip Rivers is definitely in." But if you had to take a look at the eras that they played in and the team around them and things like that, it's going to be kind of difficult maybe to put Phillip Rivers in. But like I said, I would still put him in. He made it to the AFC Championship game once against the undefeated Patriots on a torn ACL. They lost the game, but that's tough to play on a torn ACL and they only lose by 9 to a team that was arguably one of the best teams to ever play the game, at least in the regular season anyway. And like Mo said, he's fifth all time in touchdowns, fifth all time in passing yards. It's hard because you have to compare him, I guess, against the teams or the quarterbacks that he came in with, Manning and Roethlisberger, along with guys like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. But if you look at between 2004 to 2020, only 2 times were there any other quarterback come out of the AFC to make the Super Bowl. The Bucks did it, and the Ravens did it. Other than that, it was Peyton Manning 3 times, Ben Roethlisberger 3 times, and Tom Brady 9 times. So that's no, like, I'm not trying to make an argument for him, but I'm saying like the AFC was tough from 2004 to 2020, pretty much. That's when he came in. It is what it is. Like, you can't look at it no, but like, come on, he went to the Super Bowl 12 times out of the 14, or 15 times, out of the 17. 15 times out of 17 years, the last 17 years. So I would put him in.
Okay, I see.
Up until last year, obviously, with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I wouldn't, because what is the standards of Hall of Fame? Because by the time Matthew Stafford retires, he's going to be top 5. Is he a Hall of Famer?
Top 5 what?
And probably passing yards. Okay, watch what I tell y'all, man. I'm telling you right now, the game is inflated. And first of all, the measurement of Hall of Fame to me is the best of the best of the best. Phillip Rivers has no All-Pros. None. Not first team, not second team. He's not on all-decade team. It took Shannon Sharp 3 times to get in the Hall of Fame. It took Michael Irvin 3 times to get in the Hall of Fame. It's people. Edgerrin James. It took Edgerrin James 7 years. Edgerrin James is on an all-decade team. You know how hard it is to get on an all-decade team? That means you're the best out of the best in 10 years of your position. So I'm gonna say no. I don't think he deserves it. I think his stats are inflated, because if you let Phillip Rivers in, you're gonna let Matthew Stafford in. You're gonna let Matt Ryan in. I'm telling you. Watch what I tell you. Before all of them retire, their numbers are gonna be, oh, Matt Ryan was top 10 in passing yards, top 10 in touchdowns, this and that, and it's like, but he made 7 Pro Bowls. That's all I'm saying, man. I don't think I would let him in, not based on his longevity. He made to 1 AFC title game. It's tough for everybody. It was tough for Drew Brees. He won. It was tough for Tom Brady. It was tough for Manny. I don't want to hear that it was tough. I don't want to hear that he got to the AFC title game. He had LaDainian Thompson and Antonio Gates in their prime. I wish a lot of quarterbacks would have wished they had that, but no, I don't think he is. I don't think he's, I don't think he deserves it. That's just my opinion. I don't think his stats way up to Hall of Fame measurement. I look at the Hall of Famers. Hall of Fame measurement is tough. You gotta have some All Pros on there. You have to. You cannot say you're a Hall of Fame without any All Pros. That's crazy. He could have been a Pro Bowl alternate.
That's 2 different things. All Pro and Pro Bowl are 2 different things.
Exactly, but they're not to you, because you think that Pro Bowls are awesome because that's all Phillip has on his resume.
That's not what I did. I didn't even mention Pro Bowl, so you coming at the wrong person with that one.
It doesn't matter. You wanted him to be in there. I just don't think he should. I just don't think he should be in there. That's
James,
it, plain and simple.
You said Matt Stafford would be top 5. And that's in just statistics. Stafford and Matt Ryan are both on career trajectories to pass Phillip Rivers in yards, touchdowns, all that kind of stuff, assuming they play till they're like 37-ish. And that was just what you were saying, right, James?
Yep. Let everybody in. All the quarterbacks make it. What's the standard for the Hall of Fame? That's just my opinion, man. That's it. You gotta show something, man. You gotta show something to get in VIP. You don't got no wristband. Goodness, you just gonna walk up to VIP? No wristband? Huh?